And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you out to Tuttle, Oklahoma. We're here with the Friday Football Game Day Show. Luke Young on the mic, joined by two special guests here today, John Hickman, John Campbell, our Bethany stream, coming down here to talk Mayo. Guys, how are you feeling? How's your day been?
My day's been pretty good.
Better now that you called us special. Yeah. I feel really good about it now. If my ego's up, we're special.
There you go. Hey, I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it, you know.
Sure.
Hey, we're also live on Facebook, so thank you to everybody that's listening online and on the Facebook. Come by here, you can see their beautiful faces and also see some of this Taco Mayo food that we got here. Taco Mayo is at 101 East Main Street out here in Tuttle. We've been here many times for our game day show. It's one of our favorite locations to come to. It's also, as I found out coming in today, Empanada Friday.
Yeah.
And, John, you got the empanada, didn't you?
I did. It's Empanada Friday. You got to Empanada on Friday, and it was really good.
Again, 101 East Main Street is the address. Call 405-381-3124 to contact Taco Mayo. They're open until midnight tonight, by the way.
Ooh.
So if you are in the area and they can come by after the game and get some of this good food. I got the taco salad. Campbell, what'd you grab?
I got the beef nachos supreme.
Ooh, the Supreme. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
The proximity to the stadium is pretty nice, right? I mean, if the game's over,
we can see it right here.
You don't have far to go.
It's perfect. Literally, you could walk over. You don't even have to drive. You could walk over, just hop a fence or two, and get in on the field.
I think just two fences, you're good.
Everybody's athletic enough out there to go do that one, I'm sure. Hey, we're live for an hour here today, going 4:30 to 5:30. Going to talk all the latest in the local high school, college, pro sports news, and we're going to also preview this game tonight. Again, it's Tuttle Tigers versus the Bethany Broncos. The combination of our two broadcasts here. When I found out we were doing this, I was like, oh, we got to get everybody on the game day show. We have to. There's no way we can't. So I'm glad y'all can make it.
We're glad we're here. It's fun to get the Broncos and the Tigers together.
Yeah, both undefeated in district.
Yeah,
that's right. It's a big one.
The storyline, right? Both undefeated in district coming into this game. Someone's going to take their first loss.
That's right. Yeah, a little revenge for Bethany on their mind, too, after what happened last year. And then Tuttle want to continue their dominance in 4A District 2.
I'm going to go ahead, since you were just talking about, and pull up their head-to-head matchups. Guys, get this. This is the 21st time these two teams have met. They know each other very well since they've started playing football around here. Tuttle leads the series 16-3-1. And their last meeting was that state semifinal that Tuttle won 24-0.
Yeah, that score didn't show how close that game actually was. I mean, give it up to Tuttle, but a couple of red zone stops, really that could have been 24-21, and Bethany just wasn't able to get in the end zone. So, it was Tuttle doing its job, but Bethany also missed out on some opportunities. It was a lot closer game than the score looked at the end.
I've gotten to hear a little bit about it. It's like they go 99 yards, can't pick up that last one.
Yeah.
Punch it in. I know what you mean. Softball for Bethany was kind of like that yesterday, too. For those that were keeping up with it, I was out at Blanchard High School covering that game, both of those games. It was Super Regionals here for softball. Going down, taking on the Lions. It was a 3-1 loss in the first game with Paige Sechrist in the circle, and a 6-0 loss in game 2 with Jada Davis in the circle. They got runners in scoring position, guys, a bunch of times, base runners on. They had more walks through both games than the Blanchard Lions did on their home field, but they just couldn't score them. They couldn't find a way to move them to full 4 bases, knock those runs across.
And that's really what happened to OU last year in the College World Series. They got the walks, but they just couldn't get the hits. They had, they put in that one pitcher from Texas Tech who just shut them down.
Right.
It was a great season overall for the Lady Broncos. They can hold their heads high after the season. Getting to the Super Regional is great. Obviously disappointed in not being able to advance, but still a really strong season for that team.
Well, anything's going to be disappointed when they go to state championship, right?
Yep.
If you're not hitting that, you're a little bit disappointed, but you're right there. So their goal was to host regional this year, and they went and did that, swept through Region 6, made it out to Supers. They went further than I think most people expected them to. They really defied expectations that way. I'm gonna have to find a time to get them on a coach's show, and if I can, I'll send that to you guys so you can hear some of it too, because they really was a good team, and I enjoyed broadcasting them this year. I know Pastor Jim Finch, our morning show host, enjoyed going out there and doing it as well. Another team for Bethany is still in the playoffs, however, guys. Bethany Volleyball is headed to the state tournament next week.
Defending champs
on another ridiculous season, by the way. They only have like 3 or 4 losses total, and they're all 2 past state champions. Guys, what does that tell you? Only losing to really strong teams heading into the Last Dance.
Hey, it's hard to repeat. I mean, you're not the hunter, you're the hunted. And so they have been super strong this season. Still motivated, highly motivated, hungry to win another one. They've done a great job of preparing those young ladies to play some volleyball, and are probably the favorite going into it. So they still got to wear that kind of chip on their shoulder that everyone's coming for them, but they need to go be the aggressor and go get that ship.
I still feel like that target's there on their back, right? Even if it's not a 2-loss to undefeated season like last year, they're still doing really well. Teams are still gunning for them. We don't know the state bracket yet. We're waiting on it. We do know it's going to be played at Carl Albert High School. So we know the location, still waiting on time, still waiting on opponents. Bethany Volleyball beat John Marshall, and I think Wagner was the second game in the championship in the regional. Took them down pretty handily, 3-0 wins in both. Looks like they're playing their best volleyball headed into the final part of the season. So what I can't believe is that the fall is almost over. It feels like just yesterday I went out and did that first softball game, and now they're done. Volleyball's almost done. It's about to be just football and then basketball in December.
Yeah, we've on our side have focused some on cross country. They're headed to regionals as well, and so all of those fall sports are wrapping up except football. Football keeps going, and we head into winter, into basketball and other sports, but it is flying by quickly. So, but that's a good thing. The cross country starts in the summer, really preparing, and a lot of these sports do volleyball, softball, and then they get after it. And then and Bethany, as you know, so many of them play multiple sports, so then they just get to go right to the next one, and have some more fun.
That's right. And you were out at one of those meets while John and I were doing a coaches show.
That's right.
Tell us a little bit about the results for that.
Yeah, so I went out to North Rock Creek in Shawnee. That's where the cross country meet was. The girls got first. Morgan McNutt, the 9th grader, just a standout cross-country runner, basically lapped the field. Okay, she's super solid. She also plays basketball. Madison McNutt, who plays softball and basketball, so that McNutt family's been around Bethany for a while. And so I'm not sure exactly what place the boys got, but they all did really well too. So they're all gearing up now, extra practices, getting ready for regional and state. They're young. In fact, I don't think there's a senior boy. There are a couple of senior girls, but they're young. And that was another thing I wanted to talk to you about the Lady Broncos softball team.
Sure.
They lose some talent. I mean, and that sounds kind of crazy when you're talking about a high school athlete. I mean, they lose some great players, Madison Bibbs, and others. But they have the cupboard is not bare for the ladies Broncos and softball as well. Do you kind of get the sense that there's a youth movement there that's going to help them even be better next year?
Absolutely, and they graduated 6 seniors now. So that's the crew that's leaving, a couple pitchers, a couple of those captains, but they've got a lot of talent coming up. One of the headliners for that have been the other 2 Bibbs,
Macy and Avery,
and then Ryan Rollins, our starting first baseman, who is launching like 450-foot nukes as a freshman, right? So they've got a bright future, for sure. I'm very excited to see what softball comes back with next year, because they've been training a lot of pitching as well to come up and replace both Sechrist and Davis, who are now graduating. But a lot of those seniors are also going on to play at the next level. I know Bibbs and Davis both are going on to play.
UCO for Bibbs.
Exactly, and Davis isn't decided yet. I think her dream school is Florida. So
Okay.
we'll see how that turns out.
Okay.
But speaking of Florida and getting into the college talk a little bit, OU Texas this weekend. John Campbell, what's our prediction for that game?
I mean, I'd never go against OU against Texas.
Wise man.
So, I think OU is going to beat Texas. Everybody has OU ranked really high, and last year, they had them ranked really high, and then they lost like so many games. So this is the game where I'll be like, okay, I'm a believer in them now. They've been rebuilding. They beat Michigan, but Michigan hasn't looked like the Michigan of the last couple of years, and they really haven't played anybody else that's been super competitive. So this will be I feel like this is the one. And then even if Texas, they went to not being ranked this week, but every time OU plays Texas, even if Texas is terrible, they always show up, and it's always a good game. But I'm expecting a 67-3 win.
Then you'll believe they're for real.
I think you wouldn't be the only one if they got a 67-3 win. Hostile environment down there in Texas, but it's always a fun one, Red River rivalry. And what you said is true. It always seems like it's a game, no matter how good both teams are comparatively. They always go at that with a lot of energy. Are you going to the game?
I'm going to be there, Luke. I'm going to be. I'm taking a trip as soon as this Tuttle game ends, or however we work this out. I'm heading out to Dallas tonight. Going to stay the evening, me and my son, and then get up early, enjoy the fair a little bit, and hopefully watch our Sooners get the W tomorrow. So we're super excited about that. I think the defense is legit. OU has been very fortunate to play a lot of home games early on in the season. This one being neutral, half crimson and cream and half that ugly burnt orange, so it could go either way, but I think Mateer's playing. They moved him up to probable. That helps me. If they're not going to let him play unless they know he can play, and so if he's going, that defense is so good. I think Texas will be super motivated after losing to Florida. This is a desperation type of moment for them. If they lose this game, season's over. So I think they're going to give OU their best shot. So I think it's going to be highly competitive. 28-24 OU.
Backs against the wall, and it kind of kicks off this gauntlet OU is going through, where they've got teams like Alabama. I think they play
Ole Miss. They got
through Ole Miss,
Tennessee,
LSU.
Yep.
LSU. Yeah.
How are we feeling for OU going through that one, especially if they do win this game? We're confident they win out, or at least come close.
I think I'll say this: if they win this game, they're in the driver's seat to get in the playoffs. I think they could lose 2 and still get in, depending on how everything else goes. But with that, everyone knows their schedule and how tough it is. One of the toughest schedules in the country. When you have Alabama, you have LSU, you have Tennessee. There's some, like you just mentioned, some incredibly hard games. If they can get through all of that, and the 2 losses are competitive, they're going to have a real shot still to be in the playoff, depending on how this Texas game goes.
Texas took some bad losses, and they were ranked pretty highly for a long time. Took them a while to fall out, so I definitely see that happening.
Well, they played the number 1 team in Ohio State, and that was really a close game. Their Texas defense is no joke. It's their offense. It's been a struggle, specifically on the line. And OU hasn't done great in the running game, but if they win this game, I think the nation and the nation's eyes upon OU are going to be very positive.
I think so, too. And he spoke to the line. Across all levels of football, right, Campbell, the line is winning that battle is such a big part of a win effort, and we're going to see that again tonight because Tuttle has a really great O-line. How do you think, as we kind of head towards the end of this segment, Bethany's going to approach playing that line game?
Well, I talked with some of the guys on the line, and they know that they're going to be outsized. They're hoping their speed will kind of be able to disrupt them a little bit, so they're aware of that. And then we've had a lot of injuries on the offensive line, so we're bringing in freshmen and sophomores to be on the offensive line, so they're aware of it. They're coached up, but it's going to be a battle tonight. But we were talking with Coach Arthur on Tuesday. Tuttle's a very physical team, but this isn't the first physical team Bethany's played. They played Shiloh Christian a couple of weeks ago, which came in from Arkansas, and they could probably destroy anybody in Oklahoma except for probably like Bixby
and Lincoln Christian.
And Lincoln Christian. So they've played against some big boys too, and they lost 72-0, but they got the experience from that too.
Right, the experience is a big part of it. A war tonight, that's what we're expecting, folks, between the Tuttle Tigers and the Bethany Broncos. We're going to head into break here. We're at Taco Mayo down in Tuttle, 101 East Main Street. Come by, sit in the lobby area, listen to the shows, come say hi to everybody, get yourself some good Mexican food. Combo meals up there. They've got the classic value menu, burritos, nachos, favorites, everything down there. I see under the favorites, soft tacos, looks like a taco burger up there. By the way, it's Empanada Friday, so come get an enchilada empanada as well, beef and cheese. And I promise you won't be.
I really like their tostadas here.
The tostadas. I got a taco salad today. I don't know if I mentioned that, but it's pretty
You're
good.
so healthy.
Yeah, you think so? As I sit with the Dr. Pepper in this hand and smoothie in this hand. We got to send it to a break. When we come back, segment number 2.
John Campbell is your local health market agent that specializes in Medicare. Instead of talking through an 800 number, talk face-to-face with your local agent, John Campbell, to answer all your questions and find the company that best fits your needs. John Campbell Health Market serves Yukon, Bethany, and the surrounding area and will travel across the state of Oklahoma to meet with you. Call John Campbell Health Markets at 405-200-8414. Call 405-200-8414.
Experience Napa know-how for yourself at Napa Auto Parts and Tunnel, 203 West Main Street. Open 8 to 6 Monday through Friday and 8 to 2 Saturdays. Napa is your local auto parts provider with trusted service, a variety of heavy-duty equipment, and an online shopping experience that will help you find exactly what you need. Call Napa at 405-381-6277. And remember Napa when you need tools, batteries, filters, custom fender flares and trim, accessories, and more. Napa Auto Parts and Tunnel, 203 West Main Street.
C&J Sporting Goods at 6604 Northwest 38th Street has been serving Bethany and the Metro for over 30 years, with 3 generations ready to serve you with the best shopping experience of product knowledge and customer service anywhere, with a wide selection of guns, ammo, ear and eye protection, law enforcement equipment, hunting, camping, and survival gear. If they don't have it, they will order it for you. Veteran owned and family operated. Call 405-789-8102. C&J Sporting Goods.
At FNBT, our community is our team. And with every transaction you make using your Team Spirit card, we're giving back to local schools for academics, sports, and everything in between. This year alone, you helped us donate more than $71,000. Let's make a bigger impact together. Get your Team Spirit card today.
Got hair that needs some cutting? Head on down to Fresh Clips at 5915 Southwest 3rd Street. Fresh Clips can take care of everyone, young or old, and they offer beard trims, color treatments, wax and shampoo services, not to mention their senior discounts. Don't take your head anywhere else. Call Fresh Clips at 405-506-0956 and visit them at 5915 Southwest 3rd Street.
Ship It Sooner at 210 North Mustang Mall Terrace is your packaging and shipping headquarters for Mustang and the surrounding area, using all major carriers. Sign up now for your private mailbox and enjoy the benefits a post office box does not offer. Faxing, printing, copies, notary service, and passport photos. Ship It Sooner is locally owned and operated. Call 405-256-6264 or go to shipitsooner.com.
And we are back here on the Friday Game Day Show. Bryson Colwell just joined us. Welcome to the show, Bryson. Come around here. We're going to try and fit you in here. It's a little bit of a setup, but we'll make it work. Shout out my aloe vera that just fell. I've been fighting off a mean sunburn from that softball game.
I was wondering why that was there. I thought you maybe were a little germ conscious.
Well,
you're going to have to duck under.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're live.
Real professional. A little bit of tightrope action here. Play a little limbo.
Everyone watch this on air right now. If you're not on Facebook, you need to watch this. This is impressive. Trying to give a little slack. There it is. There it is. Food and everything.
Yes,
Oh, how did he get back on it?
That's the wild.
Okay, all right.
Hey, if you were watching on the Facebook, you got to see all of that. Thank you for tuning in on Facebook.
You see all of me.
Bryson, welcome to the show, man. How have you been?
Oh, man. If I was any better, I'd be twins, Luke.
I'm doing good. Hey, John Hickman, John Campbell, I believe this might be your first time meeting.
Hey, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
All right, so the gang is all here. Finally, we got a full house ready to dig into this rivalry matchup between the Bethany Broncos and the Tuttle Tigers. Man, thank you again to everybody who is listening. We're at Taco Mayo in Tuttle, 101 East Main Street. They're open 10:30 to 12 p.m., 12 a.m. midnight tonight. That's Friday and Saturday both. So if you go out to the game, if you're visiting from Bethany, stop by here afterwards. Tell them you heard about them on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk, and come pick up the empanada, the enchilada empanada, because it's Empanada Friday. John Hickman says it's pretty good, so it's pretty good.
And Luke's paying for the tacos.
Yeah. It's coming out of my...
For everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, all
my
right.
very deep pockets, right? All right, well, we're here in segment number 2. Now with Bryson joining us, we're really going to dig into this matchup, guys. Let's start on that side. Bethany coming into this game escaped a very, very
Escape.
close-
Come on now. Let's watch the terminology here.
Well, what do you want me to say?
I mean, escape sounds.
They came back to get that last 7.
Earned it.
Okay, earned. A
Yeah,
close
I like
victory in
that.
their
I
last
like
game.
that better.
Bethany was ahead, and Tuttle made it close, but they weren't able to finish it.
Right. So walk us through that game and kind of how that progressed for the Broncos.
Really, it was the defense that won that game. We got a pick 6 and another pick. It was 5.5, I guess, because he got all the way to like the 1 foot line, and then got tackled and then ran it in on the next play. Unfortunately, he got hurt on that play, so he's going to Wyatt Kiefer is going to miss tonight.
Breaking news, by the way.
Yeah, but he's also the starting middle linebacker, so it's a big loss for losing him tonight. But yeah, I really think that Bethany just outplayed Blanchard last week. Blanchard returned a kickoff for a touchdown for one of their 7 points. Luckily, they also missed 2 extra points, and that's really what the difference was. It came down to the special teams kicker missing 2 extra points. Bethany only missed 1, so we won.
That's better. That is a better performance, technically.
That's right. They earned it. They made 1 more extra point.
Yeah,
There you go.
but the Bethany defense also was half the offense.
That's
There you go. Good defense turns into good offense, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Bryson, you and I have been watching Tuttle so far. They've got a pretty good special teams unit themselves, a couple punt returns for touchdowns. In Medill, they had 2 punt returns for touchdowns, but Medill is maybe not quite to the level of the 2 teams.
I feel
that
like
win.
probably Tuttle's 6th grade football team could beat
Ooh,
Medill.
wow. Fighting words right there.
I wasn't going to say it.
I'm from Marietta, Oklahoma, and they beat the Dill this year. And
Wow.
they're really bad. So, Medill last week, I got to listen to some of that game, 69-0. I was on a plane back home. Pretty wild. I don't know about you guys, but I got to be at the playoff game last year, Bethany versus Tuttle. I know Luke wasn't there, but that was probably the most competitive high school playoff game I've ever been a part of as a broadcaster. And so, especially, I talked to him about this chip on the shoulder little thing. They lost some. It was hard last year. I think Tuttle might, and I say this hesitantly, but I think Tuttle might have their toughest opponent so far this year tonight in Bethany.
Oh, I'll agree with that. I mean, Tuttle. They're a good team, but that game last year, the score didn't show how close it really could have been, or really was. But they're not a slouch team. We've got some injuries, but it's next one up, and we've got some very young players that are going to be very good for a few years.
So Bethany graduated about 8 starters on both offense and defense, or 2 transferred, 6 graduated. So it's been a little bit of a plug and play early on in the season. A lot of youth, but even the youth and those that have returned, they circled this game for sure. We were talking early in the season with some of the players, and like, what game are you looking forward to most of the season? Tuttle. And however, things have kind of changed. There have been some injuries, key injuries. A couple of the starting linebackers out tonight, the starting tailback out tonight, a couple offensive linemen, defensive linemen. So I wish they were coming in full strength, but they're still scrappy, and they're still eager to win tonight. So I do think it'll be competitive. We'll see if the kind of law of attrition hurts them. A lot of the guys, I don't know how it is on Tuttle. You'll have to kind of educate us. On the Bethany side, pretty much everyone's both ways. They're starting on offense and defense from line to line. Even Brody McLaren, the starting quarterback for Bethany, is probably going to end up playing linebacker, which he typically does not play defense, but because we have a couple injuries, we'll get a lot of minutes there too. I don't know how Bethany's going to kind of manage minutes tonight. One thing they have done this season as it's progressed, they've put in some sophomores and even freshmen that have actually gotten some quality minutes, not blowouts. There's been a couple blowouts here or there. But quality minutes they've improved and they've shown something, so they've earned some more minutes, but they're still really young, going to be fighting some injuries, but they're looking forward to the game, that's for sure.
I know on our side, most of the players do play both ways. Cruz Campbell is not a two-way player, though. He's only quarterback for Tuttle, so he'll stay on that side of the ball, but Jalen Lane plays both ways, Van Auken plays both ways, Donnie Schluter, the list goes on and on.
Jet McCoy is a name that I think you guys are going to call out on both sides of the ball tonight quite a bit as we Well, I think he was our defensive player of the game, the last home game that we had against
That would have been Ardmore.
Ardmore. Yeah, and so, of course, there was a number of players that could have been player of the game in that game. But, yeah, no, I think Jet McCoy, he mentioned Jalen Lane is another one.
Are they twins, the Lane brothers? Or are they brothers?
I don't want to say twins.
I don't know about twins, at least brothers.
I know that they're brothers.
They're both juniors, though.
Okay, then they would be twins. Yeah, because I wasn't sure if they were in the same class. So.
I should have looked that up on our roster here.
Yeah, come on, guys.
I know, flag
Come on,
yeah.
the Lane boys, big boys. There are a couple. There's a pair of twins on Bethany's side, the Chapmans, which is actually going to help Bethany. He just last game, the brother Micah got ruled eligible by the OSSAA, and so now he gets to play, and he's a big old kid, and he'll help there. But he's coming in trying to fill some holes in the line from injury. His brother Malachi starts at linebacker. He's had a really good season thus far. In fact, it kind of came off the bench at first, but earned the starting spot as the season has progressed. And so there's a whole bunch of new names that you guys will get introduced to tonight, starting with the quarterback, Brody McLaren. He was mop-up duty last year. Jackie Payne was the starting quarterback, and he graduated, went on to the next level.
Really, the only name that really played in those games is going to be Brick Brady.
Yeah, and he was a freshman last year. He's a sophomore. He's the son of Ricky Brady that played at OU and a little bit into the NFL. He is fantastic. And that's probably if Tuttle's going to focus on one person, it's going to be him. On the defensive line, he causes so much havoc. He can blow a game up. But also on offense, what we've seen as the seasons progress, it started off where he would have just single coverage. Now almost constantly there are two on him wherever he goes. He's just a big 6'6" tight end kid that if he's out wide, there's two on him.
Yeah.
Very appropriately two on him, right? So.
Well, and even when he's on defensive line, he's double teamed every time.
The closest game the Tigers have played this year was in their very first game of the season against Guthrie. That was 38-13. Over this season, the Tuttle Tigers are 5-0. They've outscored opponents 249-20.
We don't need to hear it.
Their last win was against, again, an 0-4 Medill team who've been really put up a 5-69-0. But the thing about that 6-9-0 is that's kind of the other side of the spectrum here. Tuttle is healthy and rested now, pretty much coming off of that Medill game. And that's going to add just another level of difficulty to this game for Bethany, I think. They still got a chance. I mean, you're both right. They're scrappy. They dig deep. They see this as a big game. But it just feels like the odds are definitely stacked against Bethany right here.
So he's the positive, I'm the negative.
A yin and yang.
I think one thing that I've seen from watching Tuttle all season, that Bethany, if they can take advantage of this, that is protection for Cruz Camp. He's been sacked more times than they've sacked the other quarterback, and I think that's a key stat when looking at them because they're great in every number column that you look at, except for that one. And I really think Bethany
last year they were able to I began to hear myself.
He's like, oh, my voice.
Yeah, there we go.
I was wondering what was going on.
Yeah,
with
same.
I wanted to mess with you, but we don't know each other yet, and I didn't know how comfortable you'd be
That's
if
totally
I'm
fine.
over here by your neck.
I just thought I couldn't hear myself. Anyways, what was I saying?
the weakness line.
Disrupt Campbell, and then the other one for Bethany that I think could force Tuttle into some mistakes is also containing Roundsville. Obviously, you saw him last year.
Yes, he had a big game.
Those guys last year, Roundsville over 1,500 rushing yards and 18 touchdowns. So that's probably the biggest key to the game. Control the running game and then get to the quarterback. Obviously, that's kind of cliche, right?
Yeah. If Bethany can get Tuttle to any third and long, I'm with you. Then I do think they're going to have an advantage. It's just can they stop those first and second down plays? Tuttle, it'll be interesting to see how aggressive they are. If it even gives us a chance on the Bethany side to get them in third and long, to get a pass rush on, or if they just pick up the yards on first and second down and have third and short, or just keep moving the chains. Because Brett Brady, if he gets a chance to rush the quarterback, he is a difference maker. There's been a couple games this season, Noble in particular, that I can go back to that said he changed the game. He literally just changed the game. And sometimes just getting the quarterback out of the pocket where he's having to move, or tip balls. The interception he referred to last week was a tip ball from Brett Brady. He's, like I said, he's 6'6", very athletic, and he can change a game. So if Bethany can do anything and get him to third and long, that will be a positive side for the Broncos.
The other thing I was going to say, though, like you've said, Tuttle, I mean, they played Medill, and they played Ardmore.
Medill, Ardmore, Noble, Newcastle, and missing one.
You can do it.
Guthrie.
Yeah.
He looked.
But the last 3 weeks, they played kind of some easier teams, where Bethany has not had an easy game, except for maybe the Chickasha game, kind of right in the middle.
Right.
They played Noble first game, so they're trying to work out their kinks. But then they go right against Jones, who's a very good team, even though they're 2A. Then Shiloh Christian, that is incredible. And then, and then Blanchard. So there's 3 really tough teams. That also is why we have so many injuries, is they've played some really tough physical teams.
And you got number 1 and number 2 in the district. This should be the game of the week in the district, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it already is. So I don't have to worry about that one.
Hey, remind me of the Tuttle Noble score.
The Tuttle Noble score was 56-0.
Okay.
He's making some comparisons, figuring out
I
where
heard
things
Bethany
are.
was
All right, so tell me-
28-14,
So tell me, it was an 8-point game. It was
28-20.
22-14, I think, maybe. Either way, tell me the strength of Tuttle's defense, because they're obviously shutting some teams
Yeah.
down.
You want to go for this one, or should I go for this one?
Well, I'll be the negative, you be the positive.
Okay.
They haven't gotten to the quarterback. I mentioned that earlier. That's been the biggest thing. So I think that should be the goal tonight, to have more than 2 sacks, because I don't think they've done that in a game so far this year. He's watched more than me, though. So
I'd say the positive for them has been their takeaways. They're very good in pass coverage. A bunch of interceptions already this season. When they get you to those passing downs, that's where they get a lot of those turnovers made. They're very good at forcing people to go, and again, this has a lot to do with the teams they play to and those offensive teams. They force a lot of teams to try to beat them, a down at a time, short yardage plays, trying to move the chains that way, which is just not matched up well against that defensive line. But I'd say the positive for Tuttle has been not being put in those situations where teams are really marching downfield. They kind of like to stop them before they get really deep on the plus yardage. And I think when we come back, we're going to hear some interviews you got, John, from their last win on the Bethany side, and kind of hear the players' thoughts after that one. And then we'll keep talking about this matchup we've got here today. We're at Taco Mayo in Tuttle, 101 East Main Street. Locally owned and operated since, what does it say up there?
1978.
I remember,
Wow.
1978. Look at me, it's like we've
good
done this
year.
a couple times.
Almost. 76 was a better one.
No.
We got to send it to break. We'll be back for the second half of the show after this.
We are Integrity Heating, Air, and Plumbing, in business for over 40 years. We've provided top-notch service for every company and residential home in the area. Let's take a look inside and let you meet some people.
Hey, Blaine. Good morning. Here we have a part of our call center. This is Tina. That's Gabby. That's our general manager, BJ. Our office hours are from 7:30 to 7:30, Monday through Friday. And we do heating and air conditioning, plumbing and electrical. Give us a call. We always have specials. Our number one priority is your family, constant comfort and convenience. We offer 24-hour service.
And in order for us to do that, we fully stock everything here at our warehouse. Whether it's commercial or residential, we offer plumbing, heating and air, and electrical full services. All of our guys are licensed, we're bonded and insured.
Here at Integrity, we offer senior discounts, military discounts, and public service discounts.
You worked hard for us, so let us work hard for you.
Yeah, go Broncos.
Relic Revival at 320 Elm Avenue in Yukon is Oklahoma's favorite antique store, offering an assortment of carefully selected treasures like neon clocks, signs, coins, clothes, furniture, and more. Located in the Old Mill Plaza, Relic Revival can be reached at 405-473-5125 and go to the website yukonvintagestore.com. Eric Brown at Relic Revival has collectibles, memorabilia, art pieces, and more. So remember to call Relic Revival 405-473-5125. There are no mundane items at Relic Revival, so stop by from 10 to 6 Tuesday to Friday and 10 to 3 on Saturday. Relic Revival is also on Facebook at Relic Revival OK, and if you stop by, you may meet your favorite naturalized Okie, Nigel Wadsworth Higginbottom III. Relic Revival, 320 Elm Avenue in Yukon.
At the home of the Gotta Have It, you'll find Apple Tree Antique Gallery, located in the heart of downtown Bethany at 6740 Northwest 39th Expressway. Enjoy spacious shopping with up to 77 unique vendors across more than 10,000 square feet, offering everything from jewelry and clothing to one-of-a-kind treasures and so much more. Don't miss our third Friday weekend specials every month, and yes, we're open Sundays. Call us at 495-0602. Apple Tree Antique Gallery in Bethany, home of the Gotta Have It.
Your home and your car are more than just things. They're where you make your memories, and they deserve the right protection. At Blake Nightingale State Farm Insurance, well, he gets it, and that's why he's there. For your home, life insurance, car, and more, call Blake Nightingale 405-728-1313. Blake Nightingale State Farm Insurance, 7304 Northwest Expressway. Like a good neighbor, Blake Nightingale is there. State Farm Insurance.
Farm Credit Western, Oklahoma. 4955 Farm Credit Drive in Tuttle. Specializes in loans to farmers, ranchers, and farmland-related agricultural. Farm Credit Western, Oklahoma is a cooperative institution offering rural home loans, offering loans on cattle, equipment, machinery, and financing on crops. Long-term fixed interest rates giving money back to their borrowers. For all your farm and ranch-related needs, impute in crops and call the people on your side. Farm Credit Western, Oklahoma at 405-381-3000.
And we are back here on the Friday Game Day Show, live from Taco Mayo. Here in this segment, we're going to keep talking this Bethany Tuttle match. We're
We've got some fans here.
Yeah, fans showing up. Again, really close to the stadium, by the way, like walking distance.
I think that's an understatement. We're in the
I was like,
left
we could just
corner
keep
of
our
the
car here and
south end
just walk
zone.
over.
Good, you wouldn't have to deal with the parking trying to get out of there after the game. It'd be
We're
great.
one go route from a touchdown.
Again, 101 East Main Street is the address. Call Taco Mayo, 405-381-3124. They've got a website, tacomayo.com. They accept contactless payments and all that good stuff. Oklahoman owned and operated since the 70s. Thanks to Taco Mayo and General Manager Inez. She's the best. The best. Mike, here back on your end, we're going to give you a chance to play those interviews and kind of hear from the Bethany kids before we get back into the talk. Well, I believe we got 2 interviews coming up here.
Give me a second, guys. Computer's not cooperating. Give me a second.
All right. Good to hear Mike's voice. He's kind of always in the background, you know? He said that on air, right? Not just our ears?
I think that was on air. And he was doing the pregame show.
Yes.
Before we came
Okay.
on live too,
Yeah.
so.
He's always our technical director, giving us cues and all that good stuff, so we'd love to give him a shout out. While we're kind of stalling here, it's my daughter's birthday. Happy birthday, Izzy. 15 today, 10-10-10. She was born on October 10th, 2010. She's our perfect 10.
At 10 a.m.
No, 10-10. You're almost 10-10 at night.
Oh.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
Room 10 also. We made the news. It was in Tulsa. We've got a video clip somewhere. We'll maybe play that one day.
We're going to play that next week.
Well, happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Liz. I'm sure she's listening.
Yeah.
Well, it's recorded.
Hey, we're live. This will be posted. I can play it back, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Mike, I'm trying to stall for you.
Not superstitious at all.
Yeah.
Just a bit stitious, right?
Right.
Just a little stitious.
A little stitious, said Michael Scott.
Yeah.
I'm not superstitious. Little stitious.
stitious.
Mike, you ready for us, brother?
He said yes. I heard him.
All right.
Great job. Get to move 2-0 in district play. What does this win feel like for you?
Oh, it's a big deal. Just the preparation that goes into it. We had a lot of guys that stepped up from JV that took their roles serious. They stepped up big time and showed us what they could do. We trusted them.
All right, this season you've had a couple tip passes that have turned into interceptions or just pass deflections that have been huge for our Broncos. Is that something that you've been working on, or you just reading the quarterback? How has that played out?
Well, whenever I pass rush and I get blocked or there's two people on me, I just try to read the quarterback's eyes and get my hands up, try to make it hard for him to see.
All right, big game next week, too. Obviously, we want to celebrate this one. We can't stand the Tigers. They're up next, though. What do you think about going into that game?
I'm super excited. We played them twice last year. We came up short both times, so I'm excited to see what we can do this year and have a great week of practice and just see what happens.
All right, congrats on your D1 offer and many more to come, right?
Yeah, first one.
All right, did the tortillas thrown at you, did that swing you or something?
Yeah, I was not expecting it. It was pretty fun. It was a great environment.
All right, well, congrats, Brett.
Who was that?
That was Breck Brady, and then I think we have Jagger Weaver as well.
Okay.
We'll see if Mike's got that queued.
I think y'all
Brett
can
Brady, Brett, great job.
Oh,
To move
that's
to
still
Manila
Breck.
District play. What does this win feel like for you?
Oh, it's a big deal. Just
That is the same one. That might be on me because I think I titled him like John Interview 1 and 2. That's all he's got to go off of. Okay, but while he's getting the second one queue up, tortillas thrown at him?
That's Tech, man.
Texas Tech.
When they score touchdowns, they do this weird tortilla thing.
Okay, I thought you were saying that happened at the high school.
No, so he went on a recruiting visit.
Okay,
A little
okay,
insider
okay.
information. He got offered on that trip. So he took I don't know if it was official or unofficial visit to Texas Tech. But as a sophomore, he was there on a recruiting trip. And I guess he literally was not expecting the tortillas, and that was quite the scene for him. But he did get his first Division I offer, and I'm sure there's many more to come.
He's
That's
had
awesome.
a couple of unofficial visits to OU already, and so there's a lot of coaches looking at him.
That's awesome.
So yeah, congratulations to him. I was so confused. Like, why would he get tortillas thrown at him at a high school game?
Well, you know Breck's sister, right?
Oh yeah. She's hard to miss out there on the volleyball floor. Stands a couple good inches taller than the rest of them.
Yeah, she's going D1 too, Kansas State for volleyball.
Oh yeah, wow. Skylar Brady, for those not in the loop, outside hitter for the Bethany Broncos, a star.
Wow.
I think we got that second interview queued up here. So.
You do it on Skylar Brady. Go check out our postings during the regular season of the volleyball games. You'll see Skylar Brady. She is fierce. Okay, guys, here comes interview 2.
You're a player of the game today, defensive specifically. Of course, you played all phases of the game, but a pick 6 tonight, that had to feel good. What was going through your mind as no one was going to catch you?
That number 11, he was a tough guard. He's ran the same route 4 times, I think. So I had to just jump it. We were in a coverage to where I was kind of supposed to be manned, but I saw him cut, so I jumped it, and nobody was behind me. So
Yeah,
pick 6.
Watkins had a big game, but in the second half, y'all shut him down, basically. Were there adjustments made at halftime, or what was the game plan switch? Because he was quiet in the second half.
I think just I'll take responsibility for the first half. I was looking at the quarterback, shouldn't have done that, and I think that made him have more plays than he should have. Second half, I locked in on my assignments and make sure to just stick on him.
So you take a lot of big hits, it seems like. You're always getting up. How's your body feeling? The team has been battered and bruised. How are we going to get healthy for the second half of the season?
I'm just make sure people recover their body, drink water, drink electrolytes, do ice baths, stay down, make sure they're taking care of themselves.
Hey, congrats on a big win. 2-0 in district play. How do we keep the momentum going?
Just have a good week of practice. Stay locked in. Just keep playing 1 week at a time.
We'll celebrate this one. It's a big one.
Jagger Weaver, he's probably 135 pounds wet. I mean, he's a small kid, but man, he will hit anybody, and he hits them hard. So Shiloh Christian had a couple of guys that were probably like 230, 240, and he would just lay on, he would try to lay them out, and a lot of times he just kind of bounced off. But he's a football player.
You talked about Tuttle having a couple kickoff returns for touchdowns. Bethany's been close all season, and it's mostly because of Jagger Weaver. He has some speed. Bethany's has not been great on special teams. It's a weakness, but he's been a bright spot, the dangerous returner if he gets any daylight. But sometimes he doesn't get it. He's had a bunch of big returns that have been called back, sadly, for the Broncos.
Yeah. He's a good football player.
I was just about to say, sounds like a Scattaboo type guy, but yeah.
That's
No,
all
cool.
I could think of listening to that. Have you heard the stories, by the way, a little bit off track about Camp Scattaboo? Some of the stuff they say.
I mean, I've seen him and watched him play, but what stories are you talking about?
That he just would put on his brother's pads and just run into a tree.
I saw a video of him at Boone Pickens Stadium, and you know how they walk down the ramp there from the brick locker room? He was hitting his head against the brick wall as he was walking down the ramp to Boone Pickens Field or whatever. Yeah.
As I watched that game last night, every time he would break the huddle, he's shaking his head. It's like, what is going on with him? I was like, is this a tell that he's getting the ball? But no, it didn't matter where the ball was going. He just shaking his head like he just had some smelling salts, you know? It's like he maybe was sneaking him in or something. I don't know.
I put him in last night on one of my fantasy teams. I was very happy.
I bet. That's funny.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love watching that guy, even though he's on a divisional opponent for the Cowboys. All right, well, we got to go to break. When we come back, our final segment here, and we're going to wrap things up on our game day show. We're live from Taco Mayo out in Tuttle. The Tuttle broadcast and the Bethany broadcast joining together for this hour-long show. Thank you to everybody that has tuned in, and thanks to Taco Mayo for hosting us. 101 East Main again, 405-381-3124 is the number to call. They're open until midnight tonight. Listen to break. We'll be back shortly. Do it best at Evans Hardware. Since 1965, Evans Hardware has provided Midwest City with top-quality home improvement supplies and a one-of-a-kind shopping experience. At 1021 South Douglas Boulevard, Evans Hardware is family-owned and has the right products for every situation, including DIY projects, professional contracting, or quick fixes. Their satisfaction guarantee and quick turnarounds mean you'll always find what you need. So visit Evans Hardware in Midwest City. Or call 405-732-1898. That's 405-732-1898. Evans Hardware in Midwest City. Learn about nursing and long-term care at CNA Training Academy, 7463 Northwest 23rd Street. Mary Chikwuma offers affordable, useful, and flexible classes every day that will teach you the foundations of medical care. Mary Chikwuma has been teaching her class for 18 years and is eager to teach you. Understand vital signs, train for and be hired as a PCA, and learn about caring for patients in nursing homes, hospitals, assisted living situations, and more at CNA Training Academy. Call 405-315-1357 and ask about financial qualifications. CNA Training Academy is open to all ages and has classes on the weekend and in the evenings as well. Call CNA now, 405-315-1357, and join classes of people learning about nursing and inspiring each other daily.
Lilygrass Flowers and Decor is rooted in rich history dating back to 1979 in the precious memory of Flowers by Roy. Alicia Rankins and staff have carried the commitment to only offer the finest, unique floral arrangements with same-day delivery locally and nationally. What you envision, we make reality at Lilygrass Flowers and Decor, 7101 Northwest Expressway. Call Lilygrass Flowers and Decor at 721-1813 and begin a new memory.
NHP Royal Nails in the Pink House at 5014 East Highway 37 features full service, spa, pedicure, manicure, pink and white, solar nail, and full set. At the Pink House, NHP Royal Nails is locally owned and operated, open Monday through Saturday, 9:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. Walk-ins are welcome, or call to set an appointment at 405-381-3873. NHP Royal Nails in the Pink House is a supporter of Tuttle Athletics. Go Tigers!
M&T Septic and Backhoe is your call for septic installation, pumping, and repair needs. M&T Septic and Backhoe has been installing septic systems for over 25 years. From home builders to homeowners, from old-fashioned septics to aerobic systems and lift stations, give M&T Septic and Backhoe a call at 405-387-9353. A call for all your septic systems, storm shelter, or utility needs, offering free estimates and willing to work with you on all projects. Call 405-387-9353. M&T Septic and Backhoe.
The Tuttle Tag Agency at 303 West Main in Tuttle is a proud supporter of Tiger Sports. Friendly service, knowledgeable, and helpful. Conveniently located in downtown Tuttle. The Tuttle Tag Agency is your nearest office for the DMV practice test. The Tuttle Tag Agency open Monday through Saturday at 8 a.m. Call 405-381-2413. The Tuttle Tag Agency, located at 303 West Main.
Right, we're back. And we welcome you back for the final segment of the Game Day Show here on October 10th. We are live from Taco Mayo. Luke Young, Bryce Colwell, Johns Hickman, and Campbell, our Bethany crew, on the other side across from us here. Thanks to Taco Mayo for sponsoring this show and hosting us. It's been great so far. Make sure you stop by. It's Empanada Friday So stop by before or after the game, open till midnight, and grab you one of those. Guys, as we hit this final segment, we're going to take a look at some of the games around the state. But before we do, I wanted to ask you guys, coming into this game, Tuttle has obviously played a lot of blows. At what point to a team does not having that adversity that y'all talked about earlier kind of go against them? At what point does not playing close, even one-point games like that Blanchard one, start to work against the team?
We just never know what is going. I mean, you don't know where their mindset's going to be if they get hit in the chin early and get down by 7 or even 14 points. Like, are they able to overcome that adversity? Are they going to get angry with each other for making some mistakes? Are they going to be able to pull themselves up? Tuttle's a very good team. They got very good coaches, so I think they'll still be okay. But it'll be interesting to see where the players kind of come if they get hit with that.
Yeah, they're high school kids, so you kind of never know the makeup of what adversity will do to you until you go through it. And so they've shown up every week, though, and they've taken care of business. So they've done what they're supposed to do. It would be interesting if a team that was maybe not as talented but somehow took the opening kick, went down and scored, and then had a pick six. Like, how would Tuttle respond to that kind of adversity, being down a couple scores early, if they would fold up and pout and start blaming each other, or if they're a really good chemistry and a good team, and then they rally and go take care of business. So
get away from their game plan and start trying to make things happen downfield.
Exactly. Tuttle just haven't had to experience that, and they might not tonight either. But if they did, it would probably help them down the road as they're going to have into the playoffs specifically. Like, they took care of business a lot last year and then was not able to take home the championship. So that might be motivation enough if they're holding on to that. But it would be interesting to see them get in a tight game. And that's all Bethany can kind of hope for tonight is to maybe force a couple turnovers, mistakes, make it close where it's a one-possession game at the end, just to give it a shot. If they let them hang around, that would be fun to watch.
Bryson, your thoughts on that one?
No, I agree with these guys 100%. Well, specifically that. You've got a Tuttle team who really has not had their back against the wall at all this season. They've been in control of every single game, every single moment, and won every single phase of the game. And as we get deeper into district play, get more into football weather, different things like that, injuries, fatigue, etc., I think you hit the nail on the head. If somebody like Bethany, who we mentioned is probably going to be their toughest opponent so far this year, comes out and hits them in the mouth, so to speak, it'll be interesting to see how they can respond. Obviously, I'm confident that they have the ability to, but they haven't been in that scenario so far this year, so we don't really know.
Gamble, when we were doing that coaches show, they spoke a lot about stopping the big plays defensively. How deep into the playbook do you go for a game like this on the offensive side? What kind of different looks do you bring up here?
Well, I think it's going to be an interesting one anyway with the injuries that they have. So, you're already on your third string running back. So I don't know how deep they're going to go because of that. Like, they're having a sophomore that's going to start who has maybe done 4 runs in the last 3 weeks. So it's going to be interesting. I just don't know where his blocking is going to be at, where anything. So I don't know how deep they're going to be able to go.
Luke, let me say this. If Bethany's going to have a chance tonight, one, I would say it has been a joy to watch the growth of the starting quarterback, Brody McLaren, the junior. Mentioned him a little bit earlier. Early on, honestly, and he's not averaging a ton of yards, but early on, he was taking sacks when he didn't need to be, forcing balls. He has grown tremendously as a quarterback. They have coached him up, and he has been a sponge. And then they added this new wrinkle, a lot of quarterback run game. So I expect to see that tonight. If that somehow can get them loose and get some traction, that could be a little dangerous. On paper, Tuttle looks like the clear-cut winner for sure. this might make them be creative with all these injuries. There's a slot receiver, Seth Griner, senior, very shifty. We've seen him a couple in the last couple weeks kind of sneak back into the tailback position, do some little kind of trick run plays out of that formation with number 5. So keep your eye on that too. He's normally a receiver, but because of all the injuries too, he might get some more carries, and he's actually a talented runner. So they maybe the creativity and the being behind the 8 ball, so to speak, lights a fire under them where they shock the world. But if you look at it on paper, Tuttle should win this one easily.
All right. Well, I think we're about at the end there. I don't think I have any more questions. Anything you want to say before we look at some of these other games?
No, I don't think so. No.
All right. So I think generally the sentiment is Tuttle is the favorite coming into this one. If things go right, the Tigers should walk out of here with their 6th win, maintain this undefeated record. But give the Broncos some credit. They're going to play very tough today, and they've got a real chance to cause an upset. All right. That's a pretty good summary right there, I think.
You're like AI.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not.
Chat, Luke.
Hey, before we go take a look at some of these games and send it over to Bryson, shout out to Chase Horsley listening to the show.
The Horseman? What's up, Horseman?
He says he's got a rivalry game they're broadcasting up there today, so he's kind of in that rivalry mindset too. Shout out, Chase.
I didn't know they had rivalries in Wyoming.
I wonder if it's Campbell High School because I know that he's done that.
I don't know. Maybe I'll text and we'll find out. All right, Bryson, take us through some of these games happening around the state.
Well, obviously, we've got this one. Let's just take a quick look at the district outlook. I feel like we're at that point in the season. Obviously, Tuttle can move 3-0 in the district if they were to win this game tonight. Bethany could shake up the entire state playoff rankings. And, I mean, obviously, it would be an upset with respect to them.
We get it.
Blanchard and Tecumseh, that's probably going to be your 3rd playoff spot game tonight, right? Hera has an inside lane to 4th position with Chickasha tonight, and then Ardmore may pick up its first district victory. I would say that Medill is not favored over Ardmore, but that one could be a toss-up.
Campbell's got a good, quick Medill story. Do we have time for a 30-second Campbell story?
Absolutely.
So the offensive line was out there, and we interviewed them after the game last year against Medill. And the first 3 times Bethany touched the ball, they scored. Like on a kickoff return, and then it was amazing. So they're coming out, and it's the defensive line's coming out, and the offensive line's looking at them like, when are y'all bringing in y'all's like your second team, third team? And they go, probably at the end of the first quarter. And the kid looks up at the clock. There's still 10 minutes left in the first quarter, and they're already down 21-0. And he's just like, oh. And then it ended up like the freshmen just ended up destroying them, and the seniors were coaching, had the headsets on. It was I was worried for Medill getting hurt.
It's really odd, that whole thing there. That's a program that 2021 they were hosting a playoff game, so that's weird.
Good story, Campbell. Thank you.
Great story. That rivalry game, do you have the update? Campbell County and Thunder Basin.
All right, let's go Campbell County.
Yeah.
All right, you've got your pick from John Campbell there.
But it's Thunder Basin. I might. It's the Thunder. I mean, the Thunder's in the name. I might have to pull for the old Thunder Basin herd or whoever they are.
We don't
if they ever play Hickman,
it's Wyoming. It's herd for sure.
Yeah, it's got to be right.
If they ever play Hickman County, I'm going for whoever's playing against them.
There is a Hickman High School in Missouri. I have a shirt that says Hickman on it. Someone was okay. We gotta go quick. I saw a kid at a camp wearing a shirt that has my name on it. It said Hickman. I said, I need that shirt. And the kid, it was a young teenage guy. I was a camp speaker. He said, here. And he had an undershirt on, but he took off the Hickman shirt and gave it to me. I was like, where's this come? He's like, it's my high school, Hickman High School.
Nice. All right. Now, finally, to you, if you want to look at some of those
we got another story. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I think the district outlook pretty much does it. My other game to watch, I had it pulled up here just a second ago. Clinton. I believe it was Clinton and Weatherford. We're going to be watching that. No, Clinton and Elk City tonight. I think that'll be a fun one to keep an eye on as well. So, great games around the state. It's always fun when we get to the middle of August, in the middle of district play. There's going to be an upset somewhere. We just don't know where. Might be here.
Absolutely. There's always got to be an upset somewhere, right?
Yep.
It's high school football.
I hope it's Mustang at Jinx, too.
Oh, that's actually a high-quality game. Mustang Jinx tonight. That's a good one.
There you go. See, that's what we were looking for. All right. I didn't know they were playing.
Yeah.
Okay, have y'all seen the joke that they list like the top 5 football schools in Oklahoma? It's like Oklahoma's 1, Tulsa is 2, Bixby is 3.
That's crazy.
And then like Jenks is 4, and then Oklahoma State is number 5. I just gotta.
That's probably true.
It is, yeah.
I mean,
facts.
No, we won't get it. We don't have time to get into Oklahoma State. All right, guys. That was
Lincoln
football.
Christian might even be ahead of Oklahoma State.
Yeah, that might be true.
Maybe that might have been one of the names on the list. Hey, that was the Friday Football Game Day Show. Thank you to everybody that listened online or watched on the Facebook. We really appreciate you. We're taking the name Inside the NBA now, since that name no longer applies to that crew, I think. So.
Yeah, they're still doing it on ESPN now.
Is it Inside the NBA?
Yeah, I
on
think
ESPN?
that. I think they're on it.
It's probably trademarked. We can't take
Probably
it.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we take
But-
NBA on TNT and just make that ours?
We can take Inside the something.
On TNT on the Gospel
Inside the
Station.
Taco Mayo.
Inside the Taco Mayo. Ding! There it is.
ITM.
Hey, speaking
I like
of
it.
Taco Mayo, 101 East Main Street, 405-381-3124. Open 10:30 a.m. to midnight tonight and tomorrow. Couldn't do what we do without Taco Mayo, and we couldn't do what we do without you guys tuning in.
Oh, that was nice, Luke.
It's like I've done this before. We're signing off here. We got to get over to the stadium. It's a long walk up to that press box there. So we'll see you for the game. Kickoff at 7 p.m. Be there for the pregame shows on both sides of the broadcast as well. We'll see you there. Have a great rest of your day. Experience Napa know-how for yourself at Napa Auto Parts and Tunnel, 203 West Main Street. Open 8 to 6 Monday through Friday and 8 to 2 Saturdays. Napa is your local auto parts provider with trusted service, a variety of heavy-duty equipment, and an online shopping experience that will help you find exactly what you need. Call Napa at 405-381-6277. And remember Napa when you need tools, batteries, filters, custom fender flares and trim, accessories, and more. Napa Auto Parts and Tunnel, 203 West Main Street. Come visit us at Raspado's Hawaiian Shaved Ice, 4571 Northwest 23rd Street. We're open year-round, 7 days a week, so come try our delicious crepes, smoothies, and churros. Raspado's Hawaiian Shaved Ice, 405-225-1000. We also serve burgers, tacos, and more. 4571 Northwest 23rd Street. Also on Facebook, Raspado's OKC. That's Raspado's OKC, 405-225-1000.
Ship it sooner at 210 North Mustang Mall Terrace is your packaging and shipping headquarters for Mustang and the surrounding area, using all major carriers. Sign up now for your private mailbox and enjoy the benefits a post office box does not offer. Faxing, printing, copies, notary service, and passport photos. Ship It Sooner is locally owned and operated. Call 405-256-6264 or go to shipitsooner.com.
Now open at 5801 West Britain Road. It's Himador Mexican Grill. Order at Himador Mexican Grill and be treated to a spacious dining area, friendly staff, and delicious Mexican dishes. Fajitas, quesadillas, seafood, vegetarian meals. They've got it all at Himador Mexican Grill, 5801 West Britain Road. With different lunch and dinner specials every day and great prices, Himador Mexican Grill is the place to be. They open at 11 a.m. every day and come by starting August 30th to get some drinks at the brand new bar. The people love Himador Mexican Grill, and you will too. Call 405-367-7274 or email himadorgrill5801@gmail.com to reserve your table. Himador Mexican Grill is eager to serve you. 5801 West Britain Road and call 405-367-7274. Relic Revival at 320 Elm Avenue in Yukon is Oklahoma's favorite antique store, offering an assortment of carefully selected treasures like neon clocks, signs, coins, clothes, furniture, and more. Located in the Old Mill Plaza, Relic Revival can be reached at 405-473-5125 and go to the website yukonvintagestore.com. Eric Brown at Relic Revival has collectibles, memorabilia, art pieces, and more. So remember to call Relic Revival 405-473-5125. There are no mundane items at Relic Revival, so stop by from 10 to 6 Tuesday to Friday and 10 to 3 on Saturday. Relic Revival is also on Facebook at Relic Revival OK, and if you stop by, you may meet your favorite naturalized Okie, Nigel Walsworth Higginbottom III. Relic Revival, 320 Elm Avenue in Yukon.
Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's does. Come by Zaxby's Chicken Fingers and Buffalo Wings at 5859 Northwest Expressway and find out why Zaxby's is Oklahoma's go-to for great chicken meals. Zaxby's has the chicken fingers, the sandwiches, the wings, and the sauce that will leave your mouth watering. Now with the all-new lemon pepper line of meals. Late Night Zax introduces the Zappetizer Trio and keeps the drive-thru open after 8 p.m. So use the Zaxby's app to earn rewards and remember that Zaxby's will cater your event. Head to 5859 Northwest Expressway or call 405-603-8190 to make your Zaxby's order now. 405-603-8190. Zaxby's.
At FNBT, our community is our team. And with every transaction you make using your Team Spirit card, we're giving back to local schools for academics, sports, and everything in between. This year alone, you helped us donate more than $71,000. Let's make a bigger impact together. Get your Team Spirit card today